100 Fascinating Facts About Cleopatra, Unveiling the Enigmatic Queen of the Nile. Did Cleopatra really bathe in donkey milk to preserve her legendary beauty? Was her death truly caused by the bite of an asp? Or is there more to the story? Dive into the mysterious and captivating life of Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, as we explore 100 intriguing facts that unveil the true essence of this enigmatic queen. Get ready to uncover secrets, debunk myths, and discover the woman behind the legend. Are you ready to learn what made Cleopatra one of history's most fascinating figures? Cleopatra, the seventh Cleopatra, was born in 69 BC in Alexandria, Egypt. She belonged to the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Macedonian Greek royal family. Cleopatra was the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt. Her full name means Cleopatra, the father-loving goddess. Cleopatra ruled Egypt for 21 years. She co-ruled with her brothers Ptolemy XIII and Ptolemy XIV. Cleopatra married both of her brothers, a common practice in her dynasty to preserve the royal bloodline. She also had a famous son, Caesarion, with Julius Caesar. Cleopatra was fluent in several languages, including Greek, Egyptian, and Hebrew. She was known for her intelligence and political acumen. Cleopatra was the first Ptolemaic ruler to learn the Egyptian language. She identified herself with the goddess Isis, often dressing in her likeness. Cleopatra used her image as a political tool, projecting herself as a divine queen. She had a famous love affair with Julius Caesar. Cleopatra had another legendary romance with Mark Antony. She formed a drinking club with Mark Antony called the Inimitable Livers. Cleopatra and Antony had 3 children together. Cleopatra's entrance to meet Julius Caesar involved being rolled in a carpet. Cleopatra's dramatic meeting with Mark Antony involved arriving on a golden barge dressed as Aphrodite. Cleopatra spent time living in Rome and caused a stir with her presence. Her exotic hairstyle and fashion influenced Roman trends. Cleopatra was involved in the Battle of Actium against Octavian. She led several dozen Egyptian warships in the naval battle at Actium. Cleopatra's death is traditionally believed to be caused by an asp bite. Some historians suggest she might have used a poisoned hairpin instead. Cleopatra's reign saw the temporary restoration of Egypt's prosperity. Cleopatra's beauty was exaggerated by Roman propaganda. She was known more for her charisma and intelligence. Ancient portraits suggest she had a sharp nose and prominent chin. Cleopatra believed in the power of scent and often used perfumes. She was known to bathe in donkey milk to preserve her beauty. Cleopatra was also a gifted musician, skilled in playing the harp and flute. Cleopatra's eyeliner was believed to have health benefits. Cleopatra wrote a medical treatise. Her tomb remains undiscovered to this day. Cleopatra's life has inspired numerous films, books, and plays. Shakespeare wrote about her in Antony and Cleopatra. Cleopatra was considered a living goddess by her people. Cleopatra restored many ancient temples and monuments. She commissioned portraits in traditional Egyptian style. Cleopatra was a popular ruler among her people. Her policies helped stabilize Egypt's economy. Cleopatra often used elaborate costumes and disguises. Cleopatra's relationship with Julius Caesar helped her regain the throne. Cleopatra's relationship with Mark Antony was both romantic and political. Cleopatra manipulated Egyptian religion to solidify her power. Cleopatra's younger brother, Ptolemy XIV, was possibly murdered by her. Cleopatra ordered the execution of her sister Arsinoe. Cleopatra was present in Rome during Caesar's assassination. Cleopatra influenced Roman politics significantly. Cleopatra's lineage traced back to Ptolemy I Soter, a general of Alexander the Great. Cleopatra's reign marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty. Cleopatra's naval fleet was defeated by Octavian at Actium. Cleopatra's life was dramatized in the 1963 film starring Elizabeth Taylor. Cleopatra's political alliances were essential for Egypt's independence. Cleopatra's personal library in Alexandria was one of the largest in the ancient world. Cleopatra's diplomatic skills were crucial in her negotiations with Rome. Cleopatra's beauty treatments included honey and milk baths. Cleopatra's diet was simple, often following the Mediterranean diet. Cleopatra was cautious with her food choices, emphasizing fresh produce and lean meats. Cleopatra's intelligence was praised by medieval Arab texts. Cleopatra had a significant influence on Roman culture and fashion. Cleopatra's relationships with powerful Roman figures were strategic. Cleopatra's portrayal as a seductress was part of Roman propaganda. Cleopatra used her charm and wit to gain political allies. Cleopatra's love affairs were crucial to her political strategies. Cleopatra's life story has been the subject of many historical debates. Cleopatra's death marked the fall of ancient Egypt to Rome. Cleopatra's children with Mark Antony included twins. Cleopatra's image as a femme fatale was largely a creation of her enemies. Cleopatra was a skilled administrator and ruler. Cleopatra commissioned many building projects in Egypt. Cleopatra was a patron of the arts and sciences. Cleopatra's coins often depicted her with traditional Egyptian symbols. Cleopatra maintained Egypt's independence for 2 decades. Cleopatra's influence extended beyond Egypt to the wider Mediterranean world. Cleopatra's political acumen made her a formidable opponent. Cleopatra's romantic relationships were also military alliances. Cleopatra's death was a significant event in Roman history. Cleopatra's life has been the subject of numerous scholarly studies. Cleopatra's reign was a complex period of political intrigue and alliances. Cleopatra's portrayal in art has varied across different cultures and time periods. Cleopatra's influence on Roman politics was profound and lasting. Cleopatra's story has inspired countless works of literature and art. Cleopatra's role in ancient history remains a topic of fascination. Cleopatra's strategic use of her image was key to her political success. Cleopatra's life and reign were marked by both triumph and tragedy. Cleopatra's intelligence and charisma made her a powerful leader. Cleopatra's alliances with Roman leaders were pivotal in her reign. Cleopatra's death was the result of her defeat by Octavian. Cleopatra's legacy continues to captivate historians and the public alike. Cleopatra's reign was the final chapter of ancient Egyptian history. Cleopatra's story has been romanticized in many retellings. Cleopatra's life was a blend of historical fact and myth. Cleopatra's strategic marriages were central to her rule. Cleopatra's alliances with powerful men were essential for her survival. Cleopatra's image as a seductive and intelligent queen endures. Cleopatra's impact on history and culture is still felt today. Cleopatra's life and legacy have been explored in various media. Cleopatra's reign saw a brief resurgence in Egypt's cultural influence. Cleopatra remains one of the most iconic figures of ancient history. From her strategic political alliances and romantic entanglements to her dramatic and mysterious demise, Cleopatra's life was nothing short of extraordinary. As we conclude our journey through these 100 fascinating facts, one question lingers. How did a queen from ancient Egypt leave such an indelible mark on history and popular culture? Cleopatra's legacy continues to inspire curiosity and wonder. Will we ever uncover all the secrets of her storied life? Only time will tell, but her legend is sure to endure for generations to come. By exploring these 100 facts, we glimpse the multifaceted nature of Cleopatra, A queen whose influence transcends time and whose legend will forever captivate the human imagination.